Why people was afraid to pass there because them always see things there like farm of people or ghosts or whatsoever they call it. But there was where the people them was afraid mostly to pass.
And you know any more place, like maybe some part in a south or in a Baton House or for Shatta Bay, where you feel like how you say haunted, you feel like any more place than you used to talk about?
Right now, from here go down, we have long that place that have up that letters there named O'Neill Rock. Under that big mango tree there, from there go down. People are so afraid to pass there. Even right now, you have some people that dreads to pass there alone because them say them feel things and well them and get afraid to pass alone.
And your experience, well, you that say you believe in this thing what they call ghosts, or you don't believe in it?
Well, naturally, I don't know. In our days, I don't think that anything named ghosts because our older people them was people of prayer, and I believe that is one of the incidents that they leave behind. Prayer move mountain. And I think that those things that was said there, or them people that naturally them said that these people them, or say our for generation them that gone, used to bear things like money and so. Mm-hmm. And so they used to leave that with that enchantment that for somebody else take care of it. And at them time, like, so them would, somebody would, from the family would dream them or something because, yeah, well, them dead and gone. Mm-hmm. And somebody from the family now would dream them and they would tell them that they must go such a place, certain place in the island or in the yard or somewhere like that, mm-hmm. and go by certain place and they will, what they must do. And then we'll find the treasure that them leave there with them. But really, I don't know if anybody ever receive it.
Mm-hmm. Then, like say, well, you got some of them who see ghosts, but why them they see ghosts is because them born with something on their face what they call the call. Or you can explain the TV viewers and what they watch us right now about that.
Well, naturally, I don't have no idea of that. What I hear, because, well, I born 4 children and none of mine them born with that. But what I hear, the older people them say, that whenever a child born with that, you have to, the parents them would take it up and put it up in safekeeping because ghosts will steal it away. Mm-hmm. So naturally they would take up that and put it in safekeeping. And afterward, after the child get to a certain time or months or like so, then that parents would come together and carry it outside in the yard and bury it under a fruit tree.
Mm-hmm. And what this meaning about for bury it under the fruit tree?
Well, them said that the person would grow in health and strength and have good knowledge and so on. But really, I don't know about if anything else. Them even to say that to keep the child, because you know sometimes these same children, what them say born with call, have the tendency of seeing things like this, a spirit or like that. Them said you change if it is a boy child, and somebody else have a girl and born with that same tendency, mm-hmm. you change the boy one with the girl and you plant it under the fruit tree the same way. Yeah. I don't know how if any reality go in that.
Hello, my Providence. Hello, my Providence.
Well, I want to tell you something. If you is afraid person, you better get somebody to sleep with you tonight, because this one a history we're coming now will make your hair raise. We there yeah again with My Providence second season with them here ghost history, and I got Christina from Rocky Point. We want to tell we plenty things more about ghosts. Well, Miss Christina Bryan, what you got to tell me about ghosts?
Well, really, I don't know too much, but I have two stories to give that is real. It's not dream, it's something that I live, and it's real. The first one is, one time I was coming from Freshwater Bay around 9 o'clock the night. First, we had two chiba running around the land, and I was coming from work, and when we get long by Brian, places there I have a lot of nail with, and I was to the one of the window in the chiba. When I look, I see something run out, like a white man run out and hit me one slap side of my head, and when he slapped me, I look, I see him run right back down through the nail with, and I didn't know nothing else about the next day. I had to went to doctor, had fever for several days. So I imagine said that is something real, no? This next story is, once we used to like to go to dance, but even when we was big woman, I always used to like to hide. I never used to like them see me. When I go, so I used to hide. And this Saturday evening, Mama put us to wash and scrub pot and scrub floor and everything. We do everything. We go in dance. Now it was in carnival time, and going dance to the Kanchabata house. And my sister them say, okay, we're going. But them say, after Mama start, I say, who coming in, come in, and who not coming in, stay out, because I'm going to shut the door. That means you're not going nowhere that night. But still late after I shut the door, I dug and I gone. Gone back to the house, and I dance till around 3 o'clock in the morning. And when I ready to come home, no one to come with me. I had to come me alone. So coming down singing my ranchera as custom, I always be a happy woman. Singing and singing my ranchera. When I get to turning the yard, I see one man stretch out in the middle where I have to pass. But I figured it was Maximo. You all know Maximo. I figured it was him, because him said, anytime Lehia and Chica, you all know Chica was my sister, go and turn naked man on them. So when I get and I buck up on this man, I really figured it was Maximo, and I said, pressa, tiempo, and don't answer me. But when I look on the person, he had the two nose stuff with white cotton. He had on jacket with the white shirt, and the black pants brushing the heel. Do you know how they pin the socks together when the person dead, they pin the two socks together, right? So he had on a black filter hat with a red, like a feather pan it, a red feather. And he had something thrown around his mouth, like it was, I say, in a moment I say it was magnesia, like he was drinking magnesia and he threw in his mouth. And still I continue call, press, and answer me. But when he didn't answer me, I was there practically half hour, and the man didn't answer me. So anyhow, I lift up my foot was to kick the man. And something just passed against me, and he said to me, don't kick him. He said, it will hurt you. And when he said it will hurt you, I fly from there and I run and I tear down the door. When I tear down the door and I get in, immediately I get a fever, was to kill me. I try to holler for my man, I couldn't call no one. Lost my senses totally. So I believe say ghosts exist. All the time you hear them talk about the ghosts, them and then turn boar hag, the man named Providence man used to turn boar hag. When my mother used to go out in a Saturday night, go dance and leave we home all night to hear a boar hag them, they run underneath the floor and all them things that we used to afraid. That means ghosts exist true, or it exists until now.
So Christina, what you can say maybe about why in them the time when you used to got like plenty ghosts in a Providence? Where used to there? What you figure used to rang in them the times when you had so much ghosts here Providence?
Well, really, I don't know why, but I believe in say, well, ghosts is something is brother or sister or some family to Satan. That is my thinking. And I believe say, maybe because we was while on the world and didn't think about God and we didn't know to pray, we didn't know these things, and so I believe that is the reason why so much ghosts and much nastiness on. Right now you have a lot of nastiness and those things on this land, so I believe it's because God, we have God behind the back because these things happening. We have to get God in front of us and wash away all those nastiness, all these ghosts, because then it's family to Satan. Ghost is family to Satan. And don't know if it's brother, papa, sister, or what, but it's family to Satan.
And what you got to say about the Carl business, the pitney them we ban with Carl? What you know about that?
Really that is so. Because I will here sitting down or laying down as I laying down here in this Amoka. When I look, I just see something, rush out and pass. I don't see nobody, but I see like a shadow rush out and pass. And you can bet me in half hour more, you will hear circle or you will hear someone dead. So that is when someone went dead, always you know, because that is when in Carl, no, such a one bad with Carl, that is it.
And what is this Carl business? You can explain to people them how this Carl look like, or when you pitney them ban, how no know so them ban with Carl?
Really, knowing, looking for knowing, no, it's just what as what I tell you. I can be here and when I look, I see like a shadow pass. That is a call, someone went dead and like they notifying you. So you know that is what, how you know, say the child born with Carl. Some children in the night when they born with Carl, them when someone went dead, them can't sleep, they holler the whole night, they molest the whole night. So you know say that child born with Carl. And I hear them say, it's not, I not certain, but I hear it say that the children them that born with Carl always born with something like a net or something like that over them face. Really, I didn't see it, so I can't certain that.
So, Chris, I hear them say, well, they round and round the whole island, then you got some place where you feel like you hear the raise and this and that, and what you got to say about that?
Well, really, from time to time coming up, I hear them talk about when the Borhag them used to run round, that you must know long rock. Always you pass round rock.
That down south west Bay, Guayman, Chanil Hill.
Round rock, always they say long day, you're afraid. When you get alligator gully, that is long when you're going down Bottom House. Always long day, you're afraid in the night too. When you're going right precisely where I tell you they go slap me down, right long there is a place that I always have dread to. What I know about.
And you ever hear about any history like you had one with name Kiriri or something like so, and a dog with the chain and with the bunga, I like down south with the underneath the kinep tree. Then say you have one goat with a bungle of coals or something like so. What you know about them there?
Well, I don't know much about it, you know, but I used to hear them they talk about Kiriri and them was a bad ghost, them, you know. Them was a real bad ghost, them. Sometimes I say at night, well, I really never hear it or so, but the people that have more older than me always talk about it. They used to have the coconut bunga tie behind them. When they drag it, you can hear the big chain. They drag all about wine. Then when you hear them, it's like like a while. So, can be something like that.
And maybe you can tell me at least your belief. You feel like people can wake up ghosts? What you got to say about that?
Well, yes. Evilness, that is evilness, and evilness exists. The Bible talk about evilness. So it is exists, yes, and can wake it up, because I don't want to call no one name, but still yet I know two man. I didn't saw them with me, you know, but it's history that you hear from your smile coming up until now. Such a one and such a one, did they wake up such a one in the burying ground and they slap him and they plug out the eye. Really the person that them say have your eye plug out the head. So it can be something like that. I believe it, sir.
Well, Chris, this was a nice interview with you, and I want you tell the lovely TV viewers them so say we're coming back right now in your own words.
Well, just give us a 5 minutes break. They will come right back with my paradise.
Hello, my Providence. 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 Hello, my Providence.
Well, if the last one won't just done here, imagine when Mr. Radigash Green from Walton tell with this one, uno just go and dip on the top of uno house top. So do a move and if you make with the way in say.
Well, my TV viewers, thank you all for keep on with us in this beautiful moment, this precise moment into your home. Well, with our theme for today in My Providence, we talk about ghost tales, all the history about ghosts. I remember from a little picnic we started hear about ghosts. Well, we are keep on talking about ghosts right here in My Providence, and precisely we have a man who will give us a lot of story, a lot of hot story about ghosts. We're talking about Mr. Radiga Shogrin. Mr. Radiga Shogrin, welcome to My Providence. Feel yourself like in home.
The animal is the spirit that talked to my uncle Berto and tell him say yes. And he said, I come for you. And the bull came back to the mountain. And my uncle sent me with the cordon to the brass piece. And he returned back. And when I come home, reach home, he was sick with fever. And from that cow talk to him lived 21 days after. After 21 days, he died. But before he died, U.L. Smith, they used to call him Mr. Foot, had a boat named Bolero, and he take him to San Andres. And he asked Umberto why he never tell him the truth from the first.